Yeah, okay, mate. Sorry for the late reply on this. I had a busy day. I was up late last night, so I was actually sleeping today at that time. I was up very late. But you're saying you're underwater at the moment with it, seeing if you can sell and recover the losses. So you're looking to take the loss on it rather than down cost average. Are you not considering or not willing to down cost average? Um, yeah, only you'll know what best suits you, what best suits your personality, what best suits your account. And welcome back, by the way. Yeah, hopefully we get a nice dip and a recovery, and hopefully we can move into a real nice bull market if all goes to plan. Um, but you didn't give me any information when you bought. I'm assuming if you're in a loss, I'm assuming you bought here or somewhere. Buying into these large candles is, it's never good. It's never nice. I'm assuming you bought here. I don't think you would have bought in here, right? You didn't give me any information, so I don't know. But I just have to assume you bought in the top half of here, which is a bit of a FOMO buy. I mean, if you look here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green candles in a row. 8 green candles in a row is not that natural, and usually requires some pullback and fill back into, we don't know, but a 50%, rough 50% of that range is very, very possible, and a 50% of the range is often, well, not often, but at this point that is a support level down in there. Maybe a little bit lower than there can be support, but yeah, I'm just saying, for future, it's good to just look at the chart and know, if you see all these green candles, why FOMO? There's usually a better entry, or at least consolidation sidewards. I'm just trying to drill it into the heads now before we get. Nobody wants to lose too much money now before we get into the real bull market. If you're in the red here, how much are you down? If we look at the very top, I suppose there's a 34% drop. To be honest, I would have thought there would have been a little bit more upside. You finished so strong, you think there would be more upside. So, I don't blame you for thinking there could have been a bit of extra upside, even though a bit of extra upside, I would have been saying that was a short. But because of so many green months, there's usually a pullback. But anyway, we're getting this pullback. At this point, if you look at this, these dips here are often buying opportunities, right? Usually these are buying opportunities. When you get a breakout candle, this is a breakout candle, it never stops onto the highs, and we're getting pullbacks. These pullbacks are often buying opportunities for, moving. Well, this is a red 6-month candle, but so what I'm saying is in the second half of the year, if this continues to give us a red candle in the second half of the year, this could bounce up and then go to new highs. The only issue with that is what if this gives us a giant red candle back down? That would be catastrophic. That would be, that would be horrible, terrible. This bull move is dead in the water. All of that sort of stuff. It would really crush, probably most people holding altcoins to be dropped back down completely to the lows and give back all gains again. It is very possible. Sorry about the noise there. This headset's broke, and it got broke traveling. I was traveling to my parents, and I'm getting a new headset next week when I go back to Australia. It's already in the post, already sent there. But those alerts have been driving me crazy. So, yeah, I'm with you. Of course, you want to get out and you want to try to find a better entry. It's a difficult question to answer because I don't know where you're in. At this point, it's almost like a FOMO buy up here. It feels to me, if you bought here. Right, I don't know where you bought exactly, but I'm just saying you bought the top above this range here. I'm imagining, right? If you're in the red, you're probably bought above there somewhere. So it almost feels like, what do we say? A 35% drop and then you FOMO sell. Now, of course, there can be more drop than that, but I would like to think, it's not guaranteed, there's no guarantees in this market, but I would like to think that there could be some sort of a green candle wick, even if it's a wick, back up in here, right? Somewhere to come back up into this level to kind of fill, like see even here, like look at this down move here. There's a big drop and you get a green candle back up, fills this candle, another big flush, it drops, it pushes back up and fills this candle, and then you get the big flush. And so I'm just saying there should be some sort of bounce at some point to allow you to get out at a better price than this. I'm just saying if you it feels to me like a little bit of FOMO now. I could be wrong on that. The grayscale could ramp up their selling even more, and this could flush even. This could get a third candle down, right? That is possible in this situation because of grayscale and the pressure on the market at the moment. But in a normal situation, because this is on a large green candle, look at the large green candle here, normally drops down into the bottom of this because this has got a volume candle. Normally, what would happen is there would be some sort of a bounce from this position, right? And let me just change that to green so there's no confusion, right? Something like that, or whatever, that is more the norm, and it doesn't have to come up as far as I drew it there, but even if it comes up a little bit, it's hard for this to flip green now on the well, let's look at it. I was going to say on the quarter, but let's just look at it. So, you see here, it's not so easy to flip green on this quarter because it's starting to get deep down. There is 2 months left. Anything is possible, but it is getting harder and harder for these to flip green. It is kind of looking more and more like they want to have red quarters. So if you do get a 2-week green candle back up, if it gets anywhere near close to your entry, it might be worth just selling it. Now again, I don't know where you bought it. I don't know when you bought it, but I also hope that it wasn't really bought in a red candle like this. I mean, once you get that small dip and it flips red on the quarter, you've been here before, but just to refresh your memory, small new quarters can change everything. We talked about this in the group coming in Christmas. Because this is such a large green candle, the market looked very bullish. I personally would have expected a little bit more and then a stop onto the highs and then drop red, but it didn't even give that. It was frustrating. It was an awkward one because it just had a small bounce and then flip red, and that happened on many coins, not just this one. So it was a difficult one, but I hope it wasn't bought in here is what I'm saying, because you want to be careful when it starts to flip red on the quarter. It's better to wait until it flips green, and then you can be safe that there's buying pressure. So I'm assuming, I'll assume for now that you bought it in there, but I think that there should be some sort of bounce, and it might help you to get out. If I just very quickly, sorry for the long video here, but very quickly, you can see that there's so many weeks to the downside. It's getting a bit long in the tooth, it's getting a bit oversold. If there was a weekly candle to do this or something like that, personally, I would probably get out. If I was short term, I would probably get out. But, longer term, this chart looks okay to me, right? This chart to me looks like it wants to do something like this, possibly, and then do that, right? That's what it is looking like to me. As long as it holds above this white 100 moving average, right? It needs to hold above this white 100 moving average. But I've seen this pattern time and time and time again. This is a strong impulse move, and now you're getting the correction, the correction and the basing and the reaccumulation. This has to go from accumulation to then you get the pump, then you get the distribution, and it has to go in through a phase of reaccumulation, most likely, in here before you get a pump again. Accumulation, impulse, distribution, accumulation, and then impulse. So we are in the middle of distribution, and then we will probably need to go through a phase of reaccumulation. But I don't know if you have patience for that. If you get that bounce, that maybe you want to get out and then wait for that reaccumulation to start happening and be more sure that it's happening. And then look to jump back on board later. That is probably It's better for the nerves and the patience rather than waiting through it all. But everybody's different. You need to figure out what works for yourself. If you need more help on it, let me know. You can let me know your entry point or any more information. But I think that there should be some sort of bounce here, and it might help you to get out.